Let's take a look at message destination. We also call it messaging models. There's two types, queues and topics. So what I'm looking at here, it's the configuration XML file. When you create some queues and topics, that's how they will look like. So here, part of the JMS destination, JMS queue, test queue, entry name, the JNDI name. So there's two objects must be registered in the JNDI in order to access the messaging service or Hornet queue. One is the connection factory must be registered. The other one is the destination, depending on what type of message communication you want to use, whether you want to use the queue style or the topic style. So here, part of the JMS queue name, test queue, and the entry name, this is actually specify the JNDI name. So the Java EE application get a hold of that. And here's another queue we have here, order queue, and then here's the entry name also available. And you have a special attribute here, durable true. What that means is going to be able to persist that. So in order to guarantee the message delivery, the message must be persisted. So in order to survive any kind of server crash. So these messages typically, when they get placed into the Hornet queue, they're in your JVM heap. And so if your server crash, basically the message will be lost. So if you want to, in a real world, if you want the messaging system to guarantee the message delivery at least once, then you definitely want to make sure the durable true, and then message to be marked persistent, and then default Hornet queue has a persistent journaling that is enabled. So we'll discuss that later on, but this is something to make it persistable. That's what the durable option here, set to true. And then also when you define a topic, here's the name of the topic, and then also entry names. And as you can see here, you can have multiple aliases, which that's the JNDI. The purpose of JNDI to basically have an alias name. So you can have multiple entry name here, as you can see in this example. Let's take a look at how this can be defined. As you can notice here, queues and topics under the profiles, messaging, destinations. Queues and topics, there's a tab here. When you click on that, you have a section for queues and topics. I can click on add here and then create some queues, and or I can go to the topics and also create an add and create a topic. Click on the add and create a topic. What I'm going to actually show here, first of all, to show how to create the queues using CLI, using the command line interface. Let's take a look at here. So what I'm doing here, cd to profile full. Part of the full profile, we have the messaging subsystem. So subsystem messaging Hornet queue server default. So I'm cding to that particular node. So as you can notice here, my prompt has changed. And then what I'm doing there, from there, I'm doing a .jms queue, a dev queue, calling in the name of the queue, dev queue, and add, and then part of the add I'm doing specifying the part of the entries, specifying the JNDI name for that, and that actually gave me outcome success. And then also I'm trying to read that, make sure it's there, JMX queue, dev queue, read resource, and you notice here it's outcome success, it's there, and actually showing that particular dev queue. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here and then do a refresh here, a reload under the pull profile. Let's go to the full profile, messaging, destination, and then we'll look at the Hornet queue. You notice that my dev queue is there. So using CLI, I've created the dev queue. Now I can also create topics here. Let me demo on the topics here. Using the management console, click on the add button. The name of the queue, I'm going to call it my topic. And then the JNDI name, I'm going to call it Java JBoss / topics / my topic. I'm going to click on save here, and that's actually created my topic. Now if I want to go to the CLI and then take a look at this, it's available. I can do a ./JMS, and you notice here topic, and then you show automatically when I hit the tab completion my topics there, and then read resource, invoke the read resource operation, and then you notice it's actually there. Now let's take a look at our XML configuration file. I notice it asks me to reload, and let's take a look at messaging. Under the messaging here, you will find these JMS destinations here. Under the JMS destinations tag, JMS queue tag, it shows you your dev queue with the entry name, and then with the JMS topic tag showing the my topic. So that's how you actually create these queues and topics. We'll show you both different ways using CLI and also using the management console, but you can also modify the XML file. We don't recommend that. Typically in the real world, we recommend script using CLI way to do it.